Here in a nation flowing rivers of holy glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation.
Good evening to you all, fellow Ambalanders. Good evening to you all, the great people of Ambazonia. Welcome to this panel discussion of today. We're going to have an extraordinary discussion with two patriots, two great Ambazonians, two nationalists, to talk about the impact of the liberation tax. Una good evening, fellow Ambazonians. Una good evening, wa papa, wa mami dem. We throw una salute for all wa Ambazonian, picking them for all the young people them. The one where their blood they overshake. We know say today na Saturday evening, and we know say una the plan for una evening program them. Before una go out tonight, maybe one give una some liberation education, tell una what did happen for our liberation struggle and how the future be very promising for every Ambazonian. Today, for this panel discussion for today, we'll talk with two nationalists, two patriots, two people them way they right inside the operation of the liberation struggle, and they be very close to everything will happen today. So we'll be so excited for what are the one talking for country talk, what are the one talking for pidgin, what are the one talking for Igbo talk. We so day for day. Welcome to today's panel discussion. We have in the studio with us today is Grandpa America. Most of you know who he is. Most of you probably haven't seen him on screen yet. Probably this is the very first time he's appearing on TV. But
Yes.
Exactly who he is. If you've ever been attending any Egg of Sea fundraiser, you know this is the master. Like he's like the printing Ambazonia printing press, money printing press. This is the man who makes things happen in the United States. He's the chairman of the Ambazonia Governing Council U.S. mission. He's also a top coordinator of the Liberation Tax. Then the next gentleman is a guy, the Mr. No Blinking guy, the guy who doesn't smile often. This is the guy who takes no prisoners. He's the logistic chief of the ADF. This is the guy who makes things happen on the ground. So whatever is going on the ground in terms of operations, in terms of logistics, in terms of what is needed, where it's needed, how to get there, this is the boss of ground operation. Mr. Logistic Chief, welcome. Grandpa America, welcome for both of una, whether una one can for pidgin or una one can for country talk. Anyhow, today we want to talk for the Ambazonian people them. So all una now welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Spokes. Thank you. You're welcome also.
Thanks very much, Mr. Spokes. At least we talk that for people for ground. The topic today now the impact for liberation tax.
Amen.
You know, the revolution, now a bottom-up revolution. We know the talk now for outsiders. The war of independence will be fought tooth and nail, blood and soil by Ambazonians. The AGOVC don't always be a very transparent organization. We take responsibility for things that will go wrong. And when it be right, we take responsibility for them. And also would always explain for people what would do. So we'll talk for them for language. I thank you so much, spokesman. And I'll be honored. I'll be honored to be for your panel.
With that being said, for most Ambazonians, they will know today now the first time this they call it grandpa of America. So they need to call it grandpa of America for nothing. All right, they need to call it grandpa of America for nothing. The reason they call it grandpa of America now because it did for America and now they make things they happen for A Gov C for the United States. Now man of action, not be man of for can't talk plenty. So the fact say today will be so honored, Grandpa America. So you don't take the time for can join me today. We could talk for our people them today about this policy where it be unprecedented. That means that something will never ever happen for the history of the Amazonian people. Then. We get policy with the Ambazonia Governing Council. It create them. But it's not common for diaspora. The liberation tax we want to talk about today and how it don't change this war who they fight them against the Republic for liberate our people, it common on the ground. The concept of the liberation tax, I have talked with the leader the other day. Now the supreme commander of ADF, the one and only supreme, now he bring up the concept of the liberation tax from the ground, explain them to the leader how it go help the liberation and move things forward and bring all our people them together. Today, that liberation tax, it don't change waiting that the public will think about who will be, waiting that the public will think whether this war will fit go for or no will fit go for, whether we will fit for now or no will fit for now. Today, the liberation tax, it don't become something where it don't unite all Ambazonians on the ground and for outside here. And so I want to just take the time, Grandpa of America, please, just take a few minutes, maybe a minute or so, just give us a little bit of an introduction of who you be and what inspire you for one fight to free our people there.
Okay. Thank you, spoke so much. And the liberation tax, I'll start with a very brief introduction, but I want really go to explain how the liberation tax don't be a game changer on the ground, because funding is everything. You forget all the very good plans and ideas. If you lack
Yes.
funding for realize them, it become very difficult. So the liberation tax succeed for give us that constant stream of revenue, of resources. We will fit quickly take this war of independence to an end. And that's how it would be. But the question what you asked me, I am an Amazonian. I left Amazonia at a very young age. I think at the age of 19, 20. So I've been out for ab- about 30 something years. But the one inspiration will get me into the Amazonian struggle is when I realized how our people had been robbed of our, our freedom and our destiny. Because once I came out in the diaspora, I studied, finished my studies, and discovered I couldn't go back home to go help and develop my homeland. And I now realize that I was on exile. And being on exile, your spirit is never at rest. So when the Amazonian struggle, when I met the Amazonian struggle, it was just like the perfect purpose of my life. And it is the only thing that makes sense in my life right now. That's the only purpose I have right now. That we will see a free Amazonia, a free Amber land. We will not pass this fight to the next generation. This fight will
Thank you.
finish with this generation. The next generation
Thank you.
will inherit a free Amazonia.
Wow.
prosperous, free Ambazonia.
Thank
Amen.
you.
All right.
Amen. So
Logistics
now,
chief.
yes,
Logistics chief, maybe will come for you. I know say people Ambazonians they know you a lot. You be a nationalist, a strong fighter, a soldier of that matter. But also you be somebody way for social media, especially for YouTube and for Facebook. You be very well known. And you need to take no prisoners. You need to take any bullshit from anybody. I want to ask you, now what what make you where you be so committed for see say our people them to be free? Now what happen for your own life? Now what Paul Biya do you? Now what la Republic do you? Where it you over put so much vexation for your heart? Where make you stand up say you want to be a soldier for fight la Republic and for make sure so what will be. Now wait,
Thank you, Spokes. Uh, I imagine one of the things will always resonate for me now. When I be go some time for Bamenda for make my ID card, I enter inside for Old Town with judicial police. They talk language way, na a foreign language way to understand. And they impose and for we say we must talk that language. I see some old powerful day, some small boy in a gendarme, we come off francophone side. The way he rough handle this power, talk for you like picking because he know he talk French. Those things they not be really sit well with me. I think as time they go on, just like Grandpa America talk, you dey come out before you understand the gravity and the the intent for destruction. Where you tend to see say a whole system be put in place for destroy a people. You see at every twist and turn, which the oppressor, it do for we. I live for Limbe. I live for Victoria. People then they when are strangers they come inside place where ambassador no fit walk for the place. They walk na like how they call them? They walk na like cleaners and wash day wash night them for inside our own land. I grow for see those things them. You know be sit right with me. But the fun I say I know people two and two for understand what it going because they really work so hard for miseducate we. You should know you be your spirit be on ease. You dey ask yourself, what did it go on? But you know very well, say, nobody lie this will be get for living. Then you start put bits and pieces together. You dey find out, say, people they be there where they go out of we country. They be the one for I mean you dey go out of your country, the one for come back, you look other places. I go to Nigeria, I study for Nigeria. Because I be totally denounce anything like Republic. I be sending to go to school, I go study for French. If Nasima go continue my education in French, I better figure out anything. I go Nigeria, study for Nigeria. I start put certain things two and two in my mind. And when I be come back home, I tell the open boy, I know sit well. I ought to say, okay, ma attend go school for boya. Then you go, she know you say classroom for boya. Francophone teacher they teach you for language where you need to be on an edit teach when a pigeon on a witty. All those things nobody sit well with me. But have you talk say what way he finish bring me for the forefront? Now really after 2016, where I can't start get re-education for what they don't do we. Where I start see pictures them. Like Dr. Ayabacho, they start I start opening my mind for listening for what they don't happen to them because they be there in the background in the fight. I be just day out and they do my own small thing for talk for about the level of I just hate first of all I just hate injustice to the last bit of my fabric. Anywhere, not be only Amazonia, anywhere where I did anything where it be, it no be right, no
That's
be
right.
just. Most of the fight I don't fight for my life. Physically, I confront people to fight physically. No be fight you concern me directly. Now because that's something where it no go right at the back at the fight. I hate bullies. I hate injustice. I don't pick up most of my fight now because of people the way they assist they tell be unjust to them. So when I be see what will go on, I start to read back, I start to read the actual history, the research, the dig deep for know which way they really plan, what they do for we, and the intention. When I be here openly, Paul Biakam, he said they begin the plan for assimilate we. They begin plan for assimilate we, completely wipe us out. I remember Nabide Bamenda also, when the one force move study for French, begin to die for streets. They die for streets where they say, we are no go, we no go study for French. We go study for the system we don't understand. It never make sense for me what you go on, but I don't get some kind of uneasy feeling what you go on. Something is not right. So when this thing be erupt, I start put two and two together. I just can't leave a point where I say, if all man will fight the fight and me want remain, I better die on my go. So I fight for injustice, fight for freedom of my people then. When maybe somehow they will pick that piece in the future. We'll talk to some people they be fight for free Amazonia. I don't like injustice. I just hate to be oppressed. They deep my fabric. I don't want to say even if all na drop the thing. If the man will take the last bullet, I will take him for say 1 minute free land.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the ADF Logistics Chief, for sharing what it drive you, what it don't cause you for see what you are people that they go through. Because these experiences, even though they outside, they all we grow on the ground. Me, I grew up for Mamfe. They born me for Mamfe. I grew up for Mamfe. When I did grow up, but they're very young. I start to see how for 5 o'clock of morning time, gendarme, police, and army, they mix. They bring this big army tipper them
Yeah.
for early morning, 5 o'clock of morning time. They can't surround all the quarter them. Knock people, they adore them. Broke door them. Catch big papa them. Catch big brother them. All young boys and for quarter, they will just catch all man. People they woke up for morning time for try to go farm, for try to go their businesses, for try to go, mommy, they want to go fry papa for morning time. They go catch all man, just take all man, put them for down, rub all man for what, and then they carry all man, put them for back that tip of them. So when you grow up, you start to see this kind of injustice. Even though when you're small, you go start to ask question. Why? Why they do this thing for people then? Why they treat my big brother this way? Why they treat and then they will lock people then. 12 o'clock, family no place where they're picking the day. They no place where their boy picking the day. They no place where papa the day. And then now when I get for go bribe, you get for go find out who's the person in the ID card day. So they go start, oh, bring your ID card. Then they go, either you get ID card or you not get ID card. When you bring the ID card, now if you not get ID card, the problem go start. They go hold you now for ID card. Then when you get ID card, they go ask na bribe for move you. Una be can't catch people there for inside quarter and for waiting. You just start to see how they start to treat our people then. When you actually talk, you go for that place, they talk with you now for this Bulu language. So we grow up as a young man and start to see these things. Then you start to see the torture. When they pick young people them up, that I remember when I did secondary school from 1, from 2. One go school from morning time when they do this kale, they catch all we will there from 1, from 2. You did 13, 14 years, they will catch you, beat you for early morning. You want go now for school, they won't rob you for more. How you feel go school? So we start to see these injustices for this foreign system where they can't impose on for our people. Then. So just like as soon as they share our own experiences, or we don't experience the torture, the trauma, the suppression of these people, then for take away what people their humanity. This foreign system where they come, this evil where they bring up our land. So when I reach, when I become out here, me too, I leave when I be just finish high school. So when I come out here, you can't start for taste a little bit of freedom. Even though it not be free, you there for a foreign land, foreign culture, but you start for say you be more free than for place where you come out. You start for say if you walk out for street, no man will catch you rob you for more. No man need to hold you for streets. You just realize and say, and then you start to ask questions. Say, but why the place where I come out my own country? I not even fit for worker for street. I not fit sleep for night one. I not wake up for morning time. They don't come put kale for catch all man. Why be seeing it happen for other places? And you can't start for study this thing what they call and say human rights, good governance, human dignity. And you can't start for say they say, why be say we got so much money while people not even get water for drink? All these things they can't start for affect me. I can't start for ask this question, but I know we get the answers. Because be less I talk now for me one, to myself. Until 2016 can reach, then I can't see what they're doing for teachers and lawyers. You see these professionals, the people they will look up to, the people who know saying our role model than this, that the heroes of our society than this. These foreign invaders, they take our heroes, they take our papa them, they take our mommy them, they beat them, they kill some. I think saying that for they just be the thing where it just changed everything about me. And waiting I think of La Republic of Cameroon. Then when 2017 can reach, the tipping point for me, after that 2017, we thousands of Ambazonians come out from outside on September 22nd. And for one day, La Republic killed more than 500 and something Ambazonians for one night. One woke up for morning time, they don't kill Ambazonians, including Big Mammy. I think say something I never ever feel am. You can't start from my heart. I never be ever be interested for politics. I be just mind my own life, mind my own business, for see if I help my family and myself. There's something just can't change for me. See my life now, look, my life not been only about just me going about how I feel make life, how I feel go school, how I feel do things and for life, how family, how I feel, how we feel make sure so we stop this to make the next generation and not suffer because all we did for outside are because of these people. Then. You know, if we get a country and then we stay for outside. And then even the one who take that country, if you kill any person at any time. How do we manage kill 500 and something people there for one evening? Go for house for Tico Day when I see that video. For a corner, they take that big mammy for outside for early morning. They shoot it for forehead. It just changed everything about me. And from that day, phobia and like to live to become our number one enemy. So I want to ask we don't get we get always get common experiences. Every single Ambazonia, whether it's for diaspora or whether for ground, we get very common experiences in terms of the pain, the suffering, this kind terrorism way like Republic Orion, we don't put that for all our lives. Now when all these things they don't happen, I want to ask you I'll start with your grandpa America.
Yeah.
Now what did make you decide for be part of this governing council? How why would it make you for all the things where you talk say they don't happen? Why you think say the governing council that the place where you want make put your effort to work through the governing council? Why you think say they say what to make you want join the governing council? And what to make you think say they say with you working with the governing council, being a member of the governing council, it will help to liberate and end Cameroon occupation to our people.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Spokes, thank you for that question. That's an excellent question. So when I come close to the liberation struggle in 2016, like most of us, we will not be done the very close to the liberation struggle. Growing up, we used to hear about SCNC and all the various movements where there be the fight for Southern Cameroons, but will not be ever be close to it. It will just be like something with the year at a distance. So when 2016 reach, obviously, like most Amazonians, start pay a lot more attention to everything we be go on, and I listen and watch all the groups where they will be present at that time. The governing council being at the one group where it be strike me, and when it be strike me now, uh, they be they be the only group where they be present themselves, in my opinion, at least with a plan, a clear plan, a roadmap. We if it lead we to where I feel say will be a solution to the problems. And then by me seeing that roadmap and the plan, I get closer to them. Getting closer to them, I meet people with very high integrity and an organization with accountability, starting from the leader itself, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. And while working and collaborating with other members of the governing council, and then it then became a place where I felt at home and a place I call family. So the governing council, I cannot be attracted at the very first time because I hear a plan, I hear a roadmap, I hear a solution. Then coming close, I fall in love with the people where they embody that plan, that roadmap, and you come into an organization where you find accountability, you find honesty, and e- everybody get everybody back. So it create an environment of trust, because see, for if you work, if you try for work in an environment where you get distrust and suspicion and all of those things, it, it you risk for instead get into an environment where it drain your energy, the energy where you bring in. But when you get into an environment where you feel like family, and you get a plan, a good plan and a roadmap, and then it becomes something where the commitment, the type of commitment and passion we create inside you. Now that type of one way you'd even work for 14, 16 hours, you not even realize say I've been working or I have to stop, because you just keep going.
All right. Thank you very much, Grandpa of America. More come to you, logistics chief. With all which you don't express them, with all which you don't experience them, with all which you see what people that don't experience them, or big papa them or mommy them, all man don't experience them since the time they born you, even the generation before you. You take all these things and you put them together. When you see what happened for 26, and then you see how things unfold, what will make you join for all the movements that they did for outside here, for all the movements and when Amazon and the getting, what will make what you see and for egg of say, we make you say that the right places where I think say if I put my effort and I join other nationalists and other people them way to get this kind um they do this kind good work. We go help for end the pain we come on put on for our people. Now what will make you join the egg of sea and why you choose to work within the egg of sea for the Amazonian people.
Thank you, Spokes. May, make I give some. We get the egg of sea. I will get the roots them where they don't go right deeply to certain places. When, for me, Grandpa just summed up one thing: a group with a mission and purpose, a group where they be come out with a mission, and the mission still be consistent till today. We don't get a mantra, we don't sing another mantra, it go change, it go give liberation. Time way I be join this tower, can start be active inside this revolution. I be first get that feeling saying that a calling. Now a calling, it be deep inside me. And I be find the nest for perching. I look everybody. When I become in contact with Dr. Ayabacho, not physically, just when I watch it talk, some things strike me inside, say, they call it the one. As not the one that. One thing with Dr. Ayabacho as a leader for AGOC, I'd always tell people them, no miss the point of man, in the talk plenty. Follow, listen quietly, wait till the talk. No hear is sound by the follow it to wait the talk. It will take a while, like over 2 years for come physically in contact with Dr. Ayabacho. But when it be the talk, something will always move me. Secondly, the defense chair. Now, classmate, but now a senior in this revolution. If he answer me a lot of questions, even when the one bring me into a golf, I like what they of day. Now we be now that day where they will sign the declaration for we for stand defend motherland. I be there for corner death chair. If he ask me, death chair ask me, are you ready for this? You be ready to test the blood for the enemy. It's a task where I wait with. It be beyond human. You be ready. He tell me, say, go back. Stay like 2 days and come back. When you fit tell me back, say, I am ready for this call, they will move from there. But if you tell me, say, when you put your hand on this plow, you need to turn back. Man, also. When I be start see the people, they put the pillars in for the egg of sea. I start see the structure. I see mission and purpose. No be tied to the people. It be tied to the nation and the objective. I be tell myself in the house that now the nest that I go patch in. So when I be put those ones together, the defense chair, I look at the mindset, and I might just give a little bit, might just run a little bit of something here. When I talk say sometimes this thing then now a calling for some of us. I remember we get a private meeting inside Minnesota at the early phase of this revolution. When they organized all the ghost towns and all the economic sabotage for the Republic of Cameroon for background, Def cheer them and the president and their team for ground and the AGOC team for ground will enter somewhere private with Def chair rally to corporate of Minnesota. We tell we say the guys that they send them out, they don't feel to go empty handed because if they go, they meet with something where it will need them to fight back. They need a tool for defense. We'll be there around with 15 to that place. It's a secret meeting. Everybody, it shush death chair down. Guess what? I be there inside there. If you say it need pistols, it need guns to protect the only guys and go out. They carry out some of this activity, they will be ready for defend themselves. Everybody say no. Everybody talk. They look like some bad meat. You know what they do? You wake up, he talks and now I'm in the right crowd. Thank you now. And they move. As she don't back, I can't sleep. The next day, this something hit me. I've been going to church. Something hit me. I pick my phone, I call the FCI. I said, what are you doing? He tell me say they Maryland. I said, what you do Maryland? He said it galvanize funds because that thing where he ask we will not be the right crowd. He find the right crowd or give them money. I apologize. I say I be sorry. Something be amiss. I be sorry. If they pull me for see the vision for who's how we get for the goal. Nobody how they call her. Nobody they protest for streets. We go free motherland. Now armed resistance. When it come, I be totally embody myself with it. I say wherever this organization will go, I will go with them. And if it be in that thing where it will take me out of this world. Now there I don't patch my nest because now people really get focus. Nationalism. They know the means what. There is just nothing within the egg of sea where you talk say you get an alternative. No. Now total and unconditional freedom. They don't need for plenty. But the ideology, the mindset, and the idea for the Amazonia. Now it's like everyone, woman, man, picking, everyone we call it egg of seas. No thing where you receive now from their action. Some people they call and say, well, now all man born owner. Of the one mindset. Yes. So now those things that be push me talk say, I feel say I should done for the right house, and now the house is go free Amazonia. Whether people they really get the vision they see them or not. We know they for social media. We know they for cloud chasing. We they now for free Amazonia. Now they will call now the mission that will be selected for doing that particular egg of sea. And now you go free Amazonia.
Thank you very much. Now, we'll talk about the Ambazonia Governing Council. Don't put out a lot of policies over the years for see how mobilize, get the community for involved. They don't come up with different ideas from General Ivo to General Efan. They don't come up with so many different ideas how to get the population, for get personally involved and take the responsibility for their freedom. Finally, General Efan came up with this concept of the liberation tax. As the leader, the supreme leader, will be the rule, control the forces on the ground, the nationalist leader on the ground, come up with this concept of the liberation tax. And today, it started for August last year, the leader started to talk about it. And then by September, it started to take roots. We're now for a place where, as the leader announced last week during an outing with the press secretary, say for just 2 months and 2 weeks, the Ambazonia Governing Council, through ground zero mobilization, raised 25 million. Just think about it. Think about the number of persons who did pay 10,000 and 5,000. How many people then for ground in terms of massive ground mobilization for reach 25 million for just 2 months and 2 weeks? So I want to ask you, Grandpa of America,
Yes.
for all the things that we don't see them for this liberation struggle, other than the war way, the first Supreme General Commander General Ivo, a ground mobilization, which the Supreme Commander don't do for down there. You don't ever see anything like this, where it get all Ambazonia on the ground for buy into the ideology for fund their liberation struggle. You don't ever see anything like this.
No, no. I never see them. And honestly, na something wey e be unique to the Amazonian revolution if you really look at it in a certain light. So this is the people taking their destiny in their hands, the people deciding to fund their revolution, the people, because see, who funds the revolution will own the revolution. So when the people fund their revolution, the people, you will own your revolution. So this is like the first time you have this type of massive mobilization of the people putting together 5,000, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000. As you rightly said, 25,000. Before you get to 25 million, you mean a lot of people are committing. And the lot of people that are committing is because they are believing in what they are seeing.
Amen.
They believe in that roadmap. Yes.
Yep.
They see it and believe this is going to give us freedom. And so I'm calling also everybody on ground zero. Come and commit to your freedom. Come and be counted. Come and put your name on that list of Amazonian liberators, of people that committed and freed the land, because the land will be free. I can even say that the revolution has been won already. We just have to claim it now. So
Yes.
come put your name, pay your liberation tax. Let's claim our victory. And by everybody contributing your $5 and $10, the struggle belongs to us. We then own it. We own the outcome. And the outcome will be what we all want, which will be the freedom and prosperity of Amazonia.
All right. Thank you very much, Grandpa. Now, make will come for you, logistics chief. Obviously, you don't participate for so many things. You be the master of ground operation. Now you get. In fact, now you did like the satellite where they see where they see all what's going on the ground. There's so many things we don't do. You don't ever see anything we don't rally and unite a people to a specific cause. You don't ever see any time with this mass number of persons. They just it did like a spirit. It did like the liberation spirit. It is just like Jesus. It did like I don't know how it it did like this liberation spirit. It go around. It just they gather people them. They gather people them. They gather people them. So now tell me now what it don't happen for ground over the last 7 years. We don't reach for this mass mobilization. We as Grandpa America talk the people they don't believe. 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 Now which the people that they see them now we don't make them. The people they believe so much.
Thank you very much, folks. I want to make sure one thing you understand some. More understand some one thing. Ambazonians they yearn for freedom. They get every Amazonian they contribute even 2 times. The problem with Amazonian we don't get that in the past now, whether their contribution it create an impact on the ground. When you don't call this massive mobilization, you see how they don't contribute. Now because they believe in the messenger. They see hope in the egg of sea and their strategy. More realize one thing, spokes and GPA. When they be called, I'll be very or more be open and clear. When they be called for the initial thing we've been with they be called the first one they contribute, everybody contribute now. What do they call them?
MTTB.
No be that one. The one before that, you've been a citizenship levy.
Citizens levy.
Ambassadors they rush for pay. The difference where it slow them can't reach now. They be see get their money because they don't be see any action. They don't be see what they use that resource for do that. Years don't pass. Ambassadors they don't see how the whole thing don't sieve. They don't see who really mean liberation and freedom for Ambazonia. They don't be fooled. They know. When you don't see this heavy mobilization, they pick up now because they believe in the messenger. They believe in the strategy for the egg of sea. They don't see how we don't change. Now they be the last fort standing. If you are claiming about Amazonian independence, now today we'll talk unapologetically the egg of sea, now the backbone and the last force we stand. If you threaten the enemy, look at it look at eyeball to eyeball, tell you say you can live for land. A lot of people don't tap out. Don't be told they talk, they don't tap out. Now egg of sea, they look like people Cameroon, eyeball to eyeball, they tell you say you will leave our land whether you like or not. The egg of sea don't show people them. We need to talk now. You know, the egg of sea they talk and it walk the talk. We people don't rally behind this liberation tax because it's they see that the only way out that where you put their money, you see the results. And I come for talk sooner because you see the level. How do you want to be free where you don't want to contribute to your freedom? Grandpa make a statement. He who invests in his liberation owns it. We feel as where the egg of sea, as we talk, say we'll go find a country A country B. We can't own your independence. They were not independent. For can support me, but we stand now from the bottom up. Grandpa used to talk on a very simple thing. If you fund your liberation, you control the outcome. You own everything about liberation. We want to be free. Look at Eritrea. I get my colleague when I Eritrean. That man, he work hard. He see pride in me as an Eritrean. Why? Them contribute, they fund their liberation. You see someone they move with dignity. Even till now, they need to take any crap from anybody for the world. Despite all the power tussle around the world. Eritrea is the only African country where they say they need to take IMF loans. When I do it, you got to calm down. Now, people they preserve their integrity and their dignity. So you don't see this move where they go down for now because ambassador don't inside all this confusion. They won't not see if they say this is the last man standing. This is the rock. This is someone that means our total and unconditional independence. No be people where they just talk for chase cloud. No be people where they get weak backbone. They be like I call and they get a spine for you know they don't get spine for face. Now whether you see now the mobilization on the tick because they believe in the message where the egg of city put in. They believe in which way. You know, sorry, I know I will talk a little bit for you because
Talk.
every time when the egg of come, every time the egg of come with a mission. Man, put this one thing. Every time the egg of strong come with a mission, they come for the people they always deliver. Time be there when they use now then guns them. Now egg of still be the first people to come to say, look, we're going to match these people mano to mano.
Oh yes.
AK to AK. We come with we come for ambassadors and we ask them. We want to reduce the death of our men. We want to produce real seasoned fighters and meet these people the mano to mano. They come out with an operation for put AK for ground. We fine-tune the revolution, extract then guns out, put in a real modern day firepower for confront the enemy. When I see at times they run for field. But besides that, when you talk, say, well, why you join the egg of sea? Now people the way they get strategy, they plan. What did it happen? How for the past 4 years, now don't say don't enter village, burn village again. Egg of sea look at the whole thing. How go stop the burning down of villages them? How go stop these thugs them, these terrorists can't burn the villages them? How we prevent them? Make the minister they be vulnerable for land. They sit back, strategize, develop the technology for IEDs. When I talk, Amazon and they hear we. When they don't see the burning of villages again,
No.
pops and IEDs. It stop these people for on their tracks. When again they be last born village them for territory. All that one a strategy the way AGOV-C it put them in place. The AGOV-C and the ADF they deliver. Some we about make noise say, all forces don't reduce for field. No, we are sending seasoned fighters, well trained, well armed to meet the enemy mano to mano in the field. We fine tune, we refine the forces, and we send them into the field. So when you look at it technically, every approach from the AGOV-C, it don't give a very yielding and beneficial results. Whatever other people they do behind, the AGOV-C, the lead, it chart the pathway. We not deny any other people no copy them because now one Ambazonia will fight. We'll be start talk about say put money down for AK. No be just in an ADF. No, Ambazonia put money for down for AK. They put on they limit the killing of fighters on the ground. We develop technology for pops. We talk before one come out. We will stop them or they attract them for land for enter go village go burn them. We'll achieve that objective. So when we come for Ambazonia, I tell them say this one at the gateway, the liberation tax at the gateway. Freedom.
We did live on ACN
You
right
mean
now,
am?
so I'm not fit right now. I did live on
And
ACN.
we people them. They pick on it, they see the results for the past, they see the approach, the strategy don't use them for the past, they see how effective it don't be. Now, why that way you see that they believe in the liberation tax, that they believe that they contribute wholeheartedly to all the yearn for freedom. So you see the uptick, it just start and start. The uptick for contribution for liberation tax is start and start. People the day where they will contribute, hold their receipt, go for places, say, I don't contribute, you don't contribute. Show me your Ambazonianness by showing me a receipt. And they pride
Yes.
that a piece of my land. This is what I have to show. It just start and start.
Thank you.
So you receive because of how they handle. They believe in the vision. They believe in the strategy. They don't see results. You know, the aim of seeing they make things and get an objective. We push, we draw them guns, put AK and heavy firepower for field. The enemy it is scared for enter certain places. Then we also stop them from going to our villages and burning them by using IEDs. That was the outcome, the results. So the last strategy we will encourage every Ambazonian step in, pay your liberation tax. You will see the outcome. When they should when they see, we know talk say na A, we talk say AGOV-C, it chart the pathway for Ambazonians to take them. We no care who free our land. We want freedom. We not play identity politics. We play in a game for freedom, liberation. So when we put policies them in place for AGOV-C, now for Ambazonians, and we put the belief more and more in the strategy for the AGOV-C. Now why you see how they pay the division tax, it go up.
Thank you very much,
Sports.
Thank you very much, Logistic Chief. Now we want, since they launched this liberation tax, the first thing we don't do for La Republic of Cameroon, it don't create fear. It don't create, La Republic don't always live in fear. But now they get a different fear. Because besides the fact say fighters, forces, soldiers, commanders and generals, they don't come out on the ground. They take over the ground as the new authority based on the strategy with the leader Guillaume for the Amazonian people then. Say for make sure say we remain business for liberate our people then. We must change the structure of power on the ground. Self-defense. It take power away like the public if you don't take them for our people then. The way they use elites, enablers, paid agents, like the public take them, give them power. The aim of self-defense, armed resistance strategy, it drive all these people them for our land. And then it take that power now, again, for the hands of these brave generals, commanders, and fighters. So you see, for within a few months, there is this swap. You get occupational system, move out. You see Amazonians, for the first time, they start to take power of their territory. Then now you want to see, not only that power not only change hands, the structure of power for ground not only change hands from the occupation system to Amazonians. Then now you want to see taxation, as the leader explained for all we, now for show who get control of the territory. Who get control of the territory. Now only the people that get control of their territory, they feel impose taxation. La Republic one will come for morning time, the Ambazonia Governing Council, with the idea we come out on the ground, because the power on the ground, they said no. Now we control the ground. So we need to go one step higher. For sure, so we control the ground. Not be only for control and for fighting. But we need for control the taxes for fund liberation. Now, the AGOVC take this policy, they go for the legal department. They say, we're going to study this thing for make sure say it be consistent with international law. It be consistent with natural law. Once the policy, they put the policy into a text, will be consistent and meet all aspects of international law and natural law and the law of territoriality. They bring them for the missions they go through it, they debate them, they refine them, they vote them into law, the council adopt them, the national council review them, they sanction them, they send them for the president, and the president, they sign them into the liberation law. La République, not sleep. They woke up, they get an emergency meeting. What they go do with this one way? This Ayabacho. These people that wake up see. This ADF them. When we think so we don't solve one problem, by the time we want to so we don't solve that problem, they don't create another problem for we. What you go do? Now what you go do? They woke up. They see say we not only challenge them on the ground, but now we challenge them internationally, saying that we get the land. So what the liberation tax on do? Now for take that power, we will don't get them, and then make it be an international power. We see now saying that the Amazonian people then, they not only get the land, they control the land. So this thing we talk say our people that they believe, our people that they believe, our people that they believe. Because until you believe for something, you know, contribute for it.
Sure.
You know, participate for it, right? So what this belief we talk say our people that they believe that they believe that the way with the egg of sea don't go about it. That they believe that the egg of sea not just come out, it can't offer them. Now the systematic approach, that scientific process where they take out one step at a time. If we talk so okay, with all these fighting over people that they fight, now how will we sustain them? How will we make sure to say this thing continue? But how will we make sure say as we do them, we do them for the way it reduce the pain on our people, it reduce the length of time where our people they will stay for the liberation phase. So I want to thank all una, the people for the legal department. I want to thank make the soul of the supreme it continue for reign supreme and in glory and in power for all the contributions we don't contribute for the Amazonian people. For all the things the way we don't do them, the great things the way we don't do them. The liberation tax, are one of the hallmark of the legacy of the Supreme Commander for the Amazonian people. Because now I come up with this idea.
Amen.
Now, it don't threaten La Republic, but it don't also unify Ground Zero. Where people not be confused anymore. Where people not be manipulated anymore. The liberation tax na testament, na testimony of how unified Ground Zero be, and as you don't talk, that hungry with Ground Zero, the hungry for freedom. And as you don't, the governing council don't show them the way of freedom. The people don't embrace them. So make I ask all when I shit on for here because when I monitor this thing, as you when I watch, what do you think say other than what you don't list down, other than the belief, the system, the processes, the fear we don't create for the Republic, tell we the impact where the liberation struggle, the liberation tax, we don't get them for change the way we are people that see this liberation struggle. We'll start with you. We'll start with you, logistic chief, and then I beg not take for too long so that we go back for Grandpa America because we'll get some other things to cover for the next 30 minutes. Please, thank you.
Thank you. I just want to make one statement.
Go ahead.
Now, a psychological blow for Republic Cameroon. Say people they contribute money for get away from them. Yes, the impact be maybe not be just on the money, but people they contribute money. Now a thing now inside Ambazonia, now a thing we are contributing to get away from these people.
Yes.
We don't want them. Now a form of defiance. Even if we be contributing a 5 francs for the entire land, we all money contribute. For raise yourself to that point, we don't say, I again because I don't want these people they give away. They will be part of we. It do something for their psyche. Now the level for resistance.
Uga for right that what you don't talk now.
No, because we not always see the finances, but the meaning behind where it carry, so they will contribute money to get away from these people. Then, now it matter. Look the message, the intent, the way for back. Not even the money.
Yes.
But the fact is, put their money say one people they live we, one do all things they go away from we. That's the way the hunt like Republic Cameroon today that. I will continue for hunting because we'll just start. Thank you. I just want to make another point.
All right. You get any other point for Adam? I don't say one other point, but you get any other point for Adam?
No. I want to before GPA.
All right.
GPA.
Who come for you?
Yes.
You don't logistics chief. You don't
Go ahead.
talk some. You don't talk some talk way. I think saying that the first time with this way, or we don't ever talk this kind of talk. Ambazonians that they contribute in their hundreds of thousands and in their millions for get away from La Republique to their land of freedom. Amen to that. Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, folks, and logistics. Thank you for that very powerful point where you bring them as spokes. Don't stay on it for really emphasize them because it is very important. Once you commit your resources to something, it becomes purpose driven. You begin to put your everything into it to make sure say it happen.
Yeah.
And once you put your everything into it for make sure say happen, the probability of success automatically quadruple.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
by Amazonians putting their commitment with the liberation tax into the struggle, Amazonians become committed to the success of the revolution and their freedom.
Yes.
Yes, I don't want distract with them for with other similar examples. If you go for bank for go take loan for buy a house, they'll ask me you put a down payment. The down payment will put the show a commitment. By you committing like that, it shows say you get a skin in the game. You are ready to make sure for the success of that thing. So that is very important. But ma go back to Spokesy broader point about the liberation tax, which the liberation tax don't do. So as logistics say earlier, also the liberation tax they like a gateway to our freedom. They like that last stop will pass through, then we reach freedom. So, and when this phase of the struggle start, 2016, the plan with the AGOF C lay out. If if you look at, because La Republic go glad for say make people check say there is no plan, there is chaos, there's confusion, people don't know what is happening, nobody can figure out what. No, it's not true. There's a clear plan in place, and the plan is working, and the plan is in the last stage. At the last stage this of the plan. The next stage is freedom.
Oh
The
yeah.
plan starts with the plan starts with resistance, and that resistance engulf ghost towns. It engulf making the territory ungovernable. But with that resistance really ungovern, changing the occupation from a civilian occupation with enablers to a military occupation. So now La Republique will only go around in armor cars, and all we know, a military occupation they extremely costly. So
Yeah.
once you move La Republic into a military occupation, now you don't delegitimize their occupation and their power. Then the Amazonian Governing Council come up now with, you fill in that space, that vacuum. And how they fill them in? They fill them in with creating an authority on the ground, ATLA. We create community schools. Now, the defense of the homeland still there in the hands of
Hostage.
the fighters, but you now create an authority with, with legitimacy on the ground. We create community schools, we create health centers, mobile health centers. And the reason you see each time we create a health center, La Republic will go after the health center, burn them down, kill the doctor, and all that type of stuff. Because this is what now creates the new authority. Once you don't create that new authority now, we now the stage that we would be now, or we would be there a few months ago, then you move now to the next stage, where is total liberation and freedom. And that stage now where the liberation tax coming to give you now that liberation. I want to paint this picture. Me Ambazonian people see say there's no chaos. No, there's a very clear plan in place, which is in the last phase. And the liberation tax, of course, also it shows who is in charge. Because if you are in
Yeah.
charge of somewhere, if you are in charge, you tax, you govern, you tax and you
Yeah.
govern. So
Yeah.
the liberation tax, and by people paying also, that's a vote of confidence for you to
Yeah.
govern them. Yes. So
Basically, and that governance process is the liberation process, which is now being led by this massive this wave of unity within the forces. Now I want to bring up of this thing. The leader don't tell all Ambazonians, and I don't list how this liberation tax it don't change the face of our war. Get all our people them for belief. For belief. Now we need to talk now for diaspora, all right? Because people for diaspora, you get a different life. Okay? People for diaspora, it be very easy for them for belief. But when you do for ground, what people they now they take ownership. They don't come to a point where they don't realize and say, the republic must go. Now the point is what they did. Now the point is, the liberation tax now a statement of commitment. La République must go.
Yes.
La République must leave Walan. Whether you like them or you not like them, you must leave. I think say now the impact of the liberation taxes, and you make a statement a few minutes ago where you talk say people they pay now for get away from La République. They pay now for push La République out. They pay now for force La République out. Get La République out of Allah. Now for the liberation tax where people they pay now for drive La République out of Allah. So whether Mr. Pia and their enablers and their assembly of Confucianists and their paid agents, no matter what they do, the 8+ million Ambazonians, they don't vow this generation must end Cameroon presence for our land. And so I want to thank all man, as the leader don't tell all we. The liberation tax not been only for the Ambazonian Defense Forces. The liberation tax now for all soldiers them for ground where they be nationalist forces. All Ambazonian fighters on the ground, regardless of the name of your group, as long you fall within the ranks or you qualify for what they call and say a national force, you the liberation tax na for una. Now una rise up and answer the leader a call for defend, for protect, and for liberate our people. This liberation tax money now for all una, for give now. They have the liberation tax money now the people their money where they talk say now for liberate the land. And now forgive the leader want take this money. The egg of city raise this money on behalf of the fighters on the ground. The egg of city need to raise this money, say now for ADF their money. The ADF now the mother force. The ADF now the pioneer force. ADF get sister forces, nationalist forces, where they fight along with the ADF. This money, the leader don't talk say now for take this liberation tax money. For give all these fighters them for buy the equipment where they need them now for this phase of the war, because the face of the war don't change. If that people now they didn't for armor car, then soldiers they go need that big gun them now, that heavy equipment them now, for be able to take out these armor cars and chase these people out, because now the only things in that La Republic get for our land, armor cars. Senators they don't run, parliamentarians they don't run. That as when I talk military occupation. So for all Ambazonian soldiers, make una know say the egg of sea get una back. The egg of sea stand with una. For give una wetin una need am. For liberate, for end Cameroon their occupation, liberate the land, and for give power back to our people them. So for every fighter on the ground, if you know so you be a nationalist force, the money with the egg of sea the raise am. Now for all una, including the ADF. And all ADF commanders, they know say this money will all we the work, including all our structures on the ground for raise this money. Now this money are for the ADF and for the nationalist forces then. As the leader don't talk, say now the leader in next work with Ambazonia they expect for the leader. Now for use this liberation tax money, unite the nationalist forces on the ground for complete this phase of the liberation struggle. So, Grandpa of America, if you get something,
Yeah. Yes.
tell the nationalist forces who they did listen for you and make I introduce you. I know say most Ambazonians they don't know who you be, but obviously you be a public figure, you be a father, you be a nationalist. Grandpa of America to all Ambazonians, as all Ambazonians, the forces were late commander, the late were late loving General Arokewe, the most one of the most popular Ambazonian general of the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces. Um, that the forces of the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces, they don't write, say they want work directly under the Ambazonia Governing Council. The Ambazonia Governing Council and the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces, they don't sign a memorandum of understanding, and
Yes.
those forces they don't give the Ambazonia Governing Council the pledge, say they will work under the Ambazonia Governing Council as an independent force under political supervision. So they be part of the force with the benefit from this liberation tax. I think say
Yes.
now you be the bridge now between that force and the
Yes.
Ambazonia Governing Council. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is
So,
correct. That is
so
correct.
you not just be the chairman of Ambazonia Governing Council United States Mission. You be also the bridge between the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces and the Ambazonia Governing Council in terms of political representation, right?
Yes, that is right. That is right.
And now
And
you also be the front person where it mobilize resources for this force, right?
yes, yes, yes.
All right. I
And
want just I want just introduce you for that light, and then so if you get anything for talk to the forces on the ground about this liberation tax and what it mean for the forces, please.
yes, so as we talked earlier, it be it be much easier for attract people to a plan when you get a plan. And when I say plan, I mean a funded plan also in this case. So by the liberation tax being able to fund the plan, the roadmap of the Amazonian Governing Council, it is happening already. It don't succeed for bring a lot of forces under the political leadership of the Amazonian Governing Council of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. Now, the forces remain with their identities, but of course, they don't indicate, say, would it go in the same political direction as the egg of sea? Not the very simple way that to explain them. And these forces, they don't already benefit from the liberation tax. And spokes are really be happy with the way you explain the process, how the liberation tax it come about. It come from the supreme and then it go through a legislation process in the egg of sea, from the cabinet to the missions to the council of missions to the national council and back to the cabinet and then implementation on the ground. Why I say be happy about that? It shows say in the background we talk about a process where it be well thought out, and you get an organization where it be well organized and effective in the background. So this means you can believe in what you are seeing. There's a
Yes.
credible, effective leadership guiding you to freedom. I yield.
Thank you very thank you very much, GPA. Also I want just tell the Amazonian people that now the only movement We every 2 3 months we come tell the people how much the organization you don't raise them for the liberation tax. The only movement, the only movement where they come out, say for this month, now the amount of money this way, the liberation tax, you don't give them. The only movement. So when you talk about belief, oh God, uh, welcome back, logistic chief. Namu will come for you. What you want to tell the forces. Say one of the defense leader. What you fit tell all the forces on the ground about future,
Well,
their survival, their future, the ability for get witty, the need now, and the liberation tax. What you want to tell them?
I feel just only echo which they don't learn because sometime be a couple of years back, we will first see some of the pit holes them where Cambazonians them they be the set them for them with a lot of noise and funding from the enemy. We'll be there with a small microphone, will be the scream. Not only for ADF forces, other forces. They be shidong. They see how people they be guide them, they direct them, go kill your brother. Go they put that energy. Now for see they attack other fighters. Instead of converting that energy for attack the enemy, they be go through all this process. They don't see, they don't learn. Amazonians are very smart people, them. Even the fighters, them. We see even nationalist forces of other parts of the territory where you don't get any affiliation for ADF or for AGOC. Themselves they sit down together, they say, chai, a bunch of confusionists, like public paid agents them for diaspora. Some of them make we will kill each other. They continue to make we kill ourselves. We see for one case in point, Goki Tungia, then come together, they say, no one hear any noise. They get what they call say collective survival and have to depend on each other. There is just no way out. They be see how they isolate them. One, you go attack this one, they leave you. That people come run enemy. Their force, they can't kill you. Continue to weaken the resistance. But they learn the hard way. All of it talk for which they don't know. And I just want to humble myself for tell the fighters for the ground, particularly the nationalists, they stand strong and tall. Spokes, GPA, we privilege for day for the Western War for no day. Times a day you get rotation for forces them when they engage.
That's right.
But seeing fighters them 8 years and going, no rotation, continuous facing of the enemy. Me like logistics chief for ADF, I really be humble and I thank them a lot, all nationalist fighters for the sacrifice for motherland. So one thing they when I ever shit on the spokes, I did sit in my quiet moment. I think about young fighters. Where they get two options. Think for raise a family or think for fight for liberate. Some in the way they know very well, they even get picking them. Now their bloodline they end up. But they did for liberate me and you. They did for liberate Amazonia. The amount of sacrifice with these boys they put on for ground. Nothing way some of us not feel, we not feel comprehend for understand. I did take this year. I be really privileged for stand for really tell all not just ADF, all nationalist fighters. Tankuna. We understand the depth of the fight. Thank you so much. We don't always be in a position to protect every nationalist fighter, not be ADF, nationalist fighter. We thank you all for the bottom of our heart. The thank no be for no be ADF fighters, all nationalist fighters for them. The sacrifice
Thank
the end.
you. Thank you very much, Logistic Chief. We only come towards the end of this program. And today I want, first of all, as you don't talk, for honor, witty, mamami them. The kind picking with the bonum. Okay? For honor, mamami them. For born the generation of honest picking them. Picking the way they stand for truth. Picking the way they stand for defend the dignity of our picking of our people. Them. For make our mommy them make them feel proud. For make our papa them make them feel proud. Our mommy them, our papa them, our big papa them, our big mommy them, the generation where they be there before we, our people don't over suffer. For a generation for rise up at this time, say that suffer must end. The world will go forward, not fit continuously because we are under Cameroon occupation, we continue to live like people they for cave. Maybe even people that live for cave, they even better pass, which the Republic don't do for we. So I want to thank all our parents for which they don't put them inside way. For raise with people where they get dignity. For people where they fit, where they stand for do the right thing. For people where they stand for build a country of upright citizens. The only thing the Republic they don't put them for land, na corruption, poison, death, bribery, dehumanization. Now you get a whole generation of committed Amazonians. The one wash all that thing aside. And for we for create this beautiful country, we reflect the words of our anthem. A land of glory, filled with milk and honey. And so I want to give each of you now, make una give we una closing remarks. And if una fit, just what we don't be talking for here. What you want to tell this generation in terms of a push and give everything where they get them for this last phase for free land concerning the liberation tax and their own future. Any of the features of good first.
I'll go first, then make I know grandpa they always crown out with words of wisdom. Yes. Well, when I look at the screen, the images, they be images that will bring them to reality. A free Amazonian will bring them to reality. I want played with Amazonians for ground zero and diaspora. Now the gateway this our liberation tax now the gateway for freedom. This war all day inside. Now the language for force is the talk. The liberation tax now the gateway for freedom if we want to be free, for we own and control destiny. Make all we will contribute. Secondly, at the beg fighters for ground, we now continue for collaborate, be each other's keeper. When it comes for defense, we'll blur the line for groups. We'll increase the line for collaboration. If you are winning the league, No matter how strong you be, they go crack you. But if we not tie that knot together, we will live for see this freedom together for this generation. I beg una stay united, continue for create that collaborative spirit. The last thing I want to say, I thank una all, the nationalist fighters. My hand over to Grandpa America.
Okay. Thank you, logistic chief, and thanks, folks. The message I get now to all everybody, we come from that piece of land, what they call and say Amazonia. I want just tell you, not fool yourself, so you be anglophone or you be which other name you do call yourself. All we will get now one last thing left, Amazonia. That is all we have. We'll not get nothing again. So if you need for sell anything for can put the money more free Amazonia, please do it. This is all we have. We don't have anything else. And I'll also just announce it next Saturday. The US mission will organize a global fundraiser to keep supporting our forces, to strengthen our forces and all other national forces on the ground, to make sure Simon will get this this one thing we get Amazonia as quick as possible. And this fundraiser be global. So I call on everybody on ground zero, in diaspora, nothing small. If now 500 you get them, bring them. If now 1,000, bring them. We will add them all, join them, free homeland.
Thank you very much, Grandpa of America. We're going to bring you back within the week. We'll talk about the fundraiser. All right, we'll bring you back within the week. And even a logistic chief, if you get time within the week, I think so we don't get a very impactful conversation. I really enjoyed the conversation today. The first time this way, all we done the meet up for ACN here and Shido, and we get a really great conversation. I hope say we go accept future and further invitations. What people would like to hear from una more often. Both of them look very handsome, all right? Una really reflect una really reflect the beauty. Una really reflect the beauty of an Amazonian man, right? Una really reflect the beauty of an Amazonian man. So thank you plenty for this conversation with us. The time when I don't. I want also thank our own closing remarks here. I want to thank the two of una for una contribution to the organization, for serving the leadership, for promoting the vision, and for waiting the work we want to do for our people then, for Free Ground Zero. We not fit thank una enough for our services to our nation and to our people then, to our people then. May God for all our forces then. We tell una thank you for say una don't elevate this what we like public we think say with small 2 cube sugar, they will just dissolve we, the melt we. They don't humiliate we, they disgrace we, they feel say they don't conquer we. But this generation, now don't help for end that enslavement, for end their occupation, their subjugation and dehumanization. For the first time, when I don't give an Amazonian the dignity, an identity, and a country. We thank una all for our services to our nation and to the future of Amazonia. May God bless all una. Pay your liberation tax. Pay your liberation
Thanks,
tax. Una
folks.
get a good night.
Thank
And
you
Thanks,
so
folks.
much.
one,
Thanks, logistic chief.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Thank you.
thank you.
for your services
And
for our
and
nation.
we thank the technicians then, the people that they keep ACM running 24/7. Without ACM, what people not be fit forget this discussion, what people them. I want thank what studio technicians them and all the people that they do the background work keep our TV and our ability for communicate to our people and to the world. May God bless all now and our families. Now get a great weekend. For some of una, we'll talk for una tomorrow. Tomorrow, program where they go to come up tomorrow, they will put them for una here for screen. Una feel also possibly see me. I feel join that program with the SG, but now they see the SG and Managela, they will come up tomorrow at some point tomorrow for can talk for una for 3 days. Now get a good night. And for all the young people, then now enjoy ourselves.
So we need to raise a red card here to the United Nations. We are not represented, correct? We all agree or disagree? Mr. President. Can you speak in the mic, please? No, speak here. Yeah? No, it's okay. It's okay. Speak, we can hear. We can hear, yeah. Speak here.
Understand me? So I am completely embarrassed because I brought some words to say. I would like to do this.
Yes, Mr. President. Can you want to make a statement? Please. 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes, Mr. President. I know you are a president, but here we are all equal. If you don't mind, I hope you don't mind. This is civil society organization. For a moment, we are bosses.
Bon.
Please.
Bon. Monsieur le Président, Madame, do you understand me?
Yes.
Madame la secrétaire générale de l'Organisation internationale de la francophonie, Monsieur Mohamed Ibrahim, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, je tiens tout d'abord à féliciter et à remercier le président de la République française, Monsieur Emmanuel Macron, pour l'heureuse initiative et l'excellente organisation de cette seconde édition du Forum de Paris sur la paix, ainsi que pour l'accueil chaleureux et les attentions dont ma délégation et moi-même avons bénéficié depuis notre arrivée. Qu'il me soit également permis d'exprimer mon appréciation à la Fondation Mo Ibrahim et à son président pour son engagement en faveur de la promotion de la bonne gouvernance, du leadership et du développement en Afrique. En effet, le prix Mo Ibrahim et l'indice Ibrahim de la gouvernance africaine se sont imposés au fil du temps comme des références internationales dans l'évaluation du leadership, dans la promotion de la bonne gouvernance et la transparence sur le continent africain. Et je voudrais également remercier les organisateurs de ce forum pour l'honneur qui m'échoit de prendre la parole dans le cadre de ce panel de grande importance dont le thème est, vous le savez, reconnaître le Sud pour une gouvernance mondiale plus équilibrée. Cette thématique sur laquelle nous débattons est actuelle et pertinente. Elle nous donne l'occasion d'évaluer notre action collective à l'aune des nobles idéaux de paix, de sécurité, de stabilité, de respect des droits de l'homme et de prospérité durable que nourrissaient les pères fondateurs de l'ONU pour mieux appréhender les multiples défis du moment dans un monde si trouble et en profonde mutation. En effet, la conjoncture actuelle est marquée par de nombreux défis et incertitudes qui réduisent progressivement notre capacité à répondre collectivement et de façon plus adéquate aux menaces à la paix et à la sécurité internationale. Les modes de régulation en vigueur déséquilibrés au profit des acteurs les plus puissants ne confèrent pas à la gouvernance mondiale une réelle légitimité. À cela s'ajoutent les multiples conflits aux conséquences humanitaires désastreuses, l'insécurité alimentaire, l'extrême pauvreté croissante, Fellow compatriots, ladies and gentlemen, at long last, here we are in Buea. Here we are in Buea to celebrate the 50th anniversary of our reunification. As the English people say, better late than never. In fact, after a long period of preparation, we are finally glad to be here at this historic town of Buea, the town of legendary hospitality. I am glad to be in Buea, the bedrock of our reunification. History has not forgotten that Buea was the headquarters of West Cameroon. History has not forgotten that Buea was the capital of southern Cameroon.
You see, all what we are currently